Hi guys, today's video is going to be about why your SP is taking so long. If you feel like there's a delay, it doesn't feel like a natural time frame, you're getting impatient, it's longer than you would like. I mean, obviously we'd all like it overnight, but if you feel like that your SP is not conforming, it's not changing your 3D the way it should, the way you want, then this video will help you address some reasons why, maybe some, things you could potentially consider doing differently, just some reasons why it could be happening. It may not be the exact same for everyone, there might be just one or two things you're doing wrong, or perhaps you're, just not thinking in the right way. Usually it comes down to your thoughts spiraling. But I'm going to go over all those reasons, so do keep watching, thumbs up, subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to keep watching my manifestation content, because I have a lot coming up almost every single day. And I also offer one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in that, then all the info is on my Instagram below, which is LOA Coaching. And so you can read up on all the prices and services and everything if you feel like that's something you would like. I also, somewhere at the top here is linked a playlist with all my law of assumption content, and if you click on that, it has all my law of assumption content there. If you'd like to look through any topics I've previously done, then that's there for you guys. So let's just get started. So the first point is that, as I said, it's usually coming down to your own thoughts, the way you're thinking about SP in your relationship. And this is because you are wavering back and forth. This is also linked into hot and cold. I think I have a video talking about why your SP is being hot and cold. And essentially it's the same thing with having a delay in your 3D, your SP not conforming, taking so long, because you are wavering back and forth. It can be very, very subtle. It's not that you're sat all day crying over them. It can be really quick, subtle thoughts that build up over the day and over the weeks. So it's your thoughts going back and forth to the old story. And if you are wavering back and forth and not staying for the majority, 80% of your thoughts, let's say, in the new story, following and aligning with your your affirmations, then your 3D reality is going to take longer to conform. It's not going to be able to adjust to the new story because you haven't saturated your subconscious mind enough for a consistent period of time for it to change your reality. So it's important to keep in mind that you are recreating potentially what is very, very deep set assumptions and beliefs. If you've had a relationship with your SP and, over the years and even over months, if it's gone wrong, if you've had arguments and just negative circumstances with them, then obviously this is going to be playing in your mind. It's going to be the assumption and belief that your subconscious has created, that you argue a lot, they said they don't love you, XYZ happened, they did this, they said that. That's what your assumptions and beliefs are, because those are created based on your physical reality, and we have to control and loop our thoughts throughout the day in order to change those. So you are recreating quite deep set beliefs, and they don't just change overnight. It'd be so easy and amazing if we could live in a utopia where in one night our minds just conform and heal and align with what we want. But it takes repetition and persistence and patience. This is what I always say. I remind my clients of this all the time. You are recreating a lot of beliefs and set beliefs and assumptions in your mind. It does take time. So that is something to consider why your SP is taking so long. That if they are really, really negative circumstances, they've really kind of been ingrained as a belief, as the truth in your reality, then just give yourself a little more time. Keep persisting, keep applying the same appropriate routines of looping every day, being on top of a mental diet. It may also be that the natural unfolding process for your manifestation with your SP, the way things need to change, whether it's them getting back in contact with you after having absolutely no form of communication in any way, them living, halfway across the world, whatever it is that needs to change to bring you what you want, bring you your affirmations, it can take a tiny bit longer. So this is kind of relating to a video I'm about to film next, and it's probably going to go up the day after this one. It's about not comparing yourself to other people. So whatever your assumptions and beliefs are, the way those unfold into your new circumstances and new assumptions is going to be potentially a little bit longer. It may not be that it's just a text message from your SP who never blocked you, or you never argued, you had regular contact, your assumptions were positive about communication. It's going to look different for that person than, let's say, if you had no communication for a year, no contact, not seen them in any way. the circumstances for that unfolding could be a little bit longer. It could be your SP first needing to have thoughts about you, first needing to see inspiration and birds before land, and then that makes them think, right, I'm just going to get in contact with her, I'm going to ask, you know, this mutual friend for her number, or I'm going to look them up on social media, LinkedIn, literally anything, whatever they would need to do to contact you. That's one example where it could be a tiny bit longer. So yeah, your circumstances and somebody else's should not be compared. That's something I'll go into in another video. But essentially what you're trying to manifest, even if it's marriage, if you're literally trying to get your SP to propose to you, be a married couple, that of course is going to take a tiny bit longer for it to be a natural, perfect, healthy unfolding in your reality, for them to get to the point of proposing to you, marrying you. It can take a little bit longer than just a text message or saying that they want to be with you. Those are two slightly different circumstances, so they may naturally, to unfold, take a bit longer. So I always say all manifestations should look the same. You know, manifesting a cup of coffee has the exact same techniques and should be as easy as manifesting an SP. But for things to unfold naturally, you have to keep in mind it may take slightly longer. You know, if you want your SP to propose to you and you've only just started dating them, guess what? Or just got back together, it's not going to happen probably in 3 days. You have to allow the possibility for it to take a couple of weeks or even a couple of months to unfold naturally and progress to that point. You know, you want things to happen naturally, not force them, you know, through some kind of manipulation to just the next day suddenly be like, I'm going to marry her, I'm going to propose to her. You know what I mean? So just keep in mind, it may naturally take the manifestation a little bit longer. It's still perfect. It's still working in your favor. You are still in full control, even if it has to take a couple of weeks. So please don't feel like if you don't manifest something in 24 hours that you're doing it wrong, manifestation isn't working for you, that you know, that's the only way to manifest. It isn't. Sometimes things can take a couple of weeks and there has to be some behind the scenes movement for it to get to that point. Now, another point of something that you actually might be doing wrong is that you're not affirming enough. This is the case for a lot of people. Sometimes my own clients, I've noticed, perhaps they're not putting enough time initially when they first reach out to me. So yeah, my recommendations are usually to be consistent throughout the day. So what I'd recommend for you guys is to just affirm for longer. It literally might be a case that you are not spending enough time every day throughout the day affirming. You know, you cannot spend just 10 minutes during the day affirming once, you know, for just one 10-minute session for your SP and then wonder why isn't it working, what's going on, you know. You need to be consistent with your focus on your thoughts, whether that's through a mental diet mainly or mainly with affirming. Either way, you need to be on top of your thoughts, ensuring that they align with what you want, they're positive, you know, but ultimately do put in the effort to loop your affirmations as much as you can, especially if you're coming from a place of doubt, wavering, a lot of negative circumstances that are still in the back of your mind. Those are all signs that you need to be focusing your mind on looping and looping and looping your affirmations. A lot of the times the delays we're causing, and I've noticed this as a pattern in myself as well, I simply have not put enough time to quickly conform my beliefs. You know, I sometimes should be putting in 3-4 hours of affirming a day, because that way my mind is just going to cut out those negative thoughts a lot quicker. Whereas for some desires in the past, I've only affirmed for 20 minutes a day, and then it's taken me months to see physical movement and physical changes. And yeah, I only realized recently as well that it applies to me. You know, it can apply to anyone. You know, coaches can be not spend enough time affirming their desires as well. So yeah, honestly, it might just be as simple as putting in the extra time to affirm, spending an extra 20-30 minutes a day even that will benefit you, just doing more affirming. So as I mentioned, mental diet, this is another key element. You may not be addressing negative thoughts. You may be affirming for an hour a day for your SP, you know, feeling really positive, feeling like you're on the right track, everything's going great, working on your self-concept and other desires, you know, throughout the day as well. But you are allowing negative thoughts to go into your mind. You pick up your phone and you have this quick thought of, oh, I wish he had texted me today, or You may start thinking, you know, picking up your phone and be like, oh, SP didn't text me today, they did yesterday, or oh, I remember when he used to text me every single day. Well, guess what you're telling your mind? You remember when something used to be a different way. In whatever form you're thinking this in about not getting communication, or whatever other example, you know, it may apply to, you're telling yourself you don't have this outcome. You're reminding yourself, hey, we're going along with the current 3D circumstances, and we're reminding ourselves that we don't have the change we want. So you do need to be strict on your mental diet, and that's where you need to be really conscious of your thoughts. Obviously not every single one, but as much as you can throughout your day, you need to be reminding yourself, nope, he loves me, she's texting me every day, she is committed to me, of course she's gonna do X, Y, Z. You know, flip whatever, sorry, my washing machine is going off, but flip whatever negative thought comes up in your mind, even like I pointed out, really subtle ones of you picking up your phone and telling yourself, there's no text message from them here. Even if you're not saying, oh, he never texts me, why won't she contact me? Even if it's as simple as, oh, there's no text message from, you know, my SP. It can be as simple as that. You need to flip that around. So you don't need to be perfect with your mental diet, but you may be lagging on it and kind of, is that the right term, lagging on it? Well, you know what I mean. You may be kind of lacking in implementing a stricter mental diet and allowing a lot of repetitive negative thoughts to filter through your mind throughout the day. And of course, that's going to keep the old assumptions in place. So you want to make sure you are addressing those negative beliefs and thoughts as best as you can throughout your day. So potentially just one final point that could have an impact. Again, I've made a video about how self-concept is not the key to getting your SP. You can do zero self-concept work and still get what you want from your SP. Doesn't mean you'll sustain it long term, but you will get your manifestation if you only affirm for that. But it's a potential that something in your self-concept assumptions and beliefs, or maybe a lack of self-concept work, has impacted a slight delay. You know, maybe you're getting a lot of negative beliefs about how you're always rejected, that, you know, men have never committed to you, women have never, you know, wanted to be in a committed relationship with you, whatever old self-concept beliefs that could, you know, pertain to or impact your SP, they could be causing a slight delay. They could be part of the impact of that. Again, they're not the, you know, most important element. They're not the like one and only thing you need to change and suddenly everything turns around. It is your assumptions about your SP that are key, but it may be that, like I said, you have this constant belief and reminder of you being rejected. You hold on to you know, beliefs and past experiences, whether it's with your SP or other people you've dated, about being rejected, broken up with, whatever it is, and even something to do with your own personal self-concept about not being able to manifest quickly, how difficult manifestation is, that you've always struggled with it, it's always taken ages, you're not good at it. Those could be assumptions you hold about yourself when it comes to manifesting, and guess what? It's going to create some resistance in your ability to manifest your SP. If you are in the mindset and you allow yourself to think, manifesting is hard, it's taken so long and it's been so hard to get SP to conform, anything along those lines could have an impact on the delay. They could be part of the reason why, you know, you're not on a great mental diet, you're allowing these thoughts to come into your mind, so you're almost like slowing down the progress. So again, not the key element. Your self-concept usually is not the reason you don't have your SP in the 3D reality, but it can have an impact. So it is worth questioning, it is worth maybe getting back on top of your mental diet, ensuring those kind of thoughts aren't coming through. And yeah, those are all my points of why your SP might be taking too long. And sometimes it's a natural process, sometimes it's okay and nothing's wrong, but sometimes you may want to rethink your daily routine, make sure you're spending enough time affirming, on top of your mental diet. You know, are you tackling negative assumptions? So just a few points to consider if you are in a, you know, state of doubt. But hopefully this clarified it and gave you guys some reassurance and advice on what to do. Do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye!